Last time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. What do you think the mayor is lying about?
I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this.
Okay, Athena, don't be alarmed if he starts screaming.
First, I touch my bracelet. Why?
Why? Why do I touch my bracelet?
Tell us more about your merger bid. Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetails Vale?
Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village.
I think you've yet to realize what you're saying contradicts the facts. The monster craze in Ninetails Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetails rose up against the municipal merger. Goddamn, I wish they'd stop saying merger.
Merger.
There's been a merger.
Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies. Whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder.
Do you have proof of the threat that was made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it's suddenly vanished.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the Alderman.
Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over. Say goodbye to your massively four-headed, inconsiderate
Oh my
friend
God!
and say him on his way.
Court is now in session for the trial of Damian Tenma.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
Now for the prosecution. Where the bloody hell is he?
Never fear, for I shall explain.
Who's this clown?
I am sure that there will be time for an introduction in just a moment. The prosecutor for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak.
Prison? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot that he's currently serving time.
That's him. Prosecutor Blackquill.
Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening statement.
Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It's all right there in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless.
But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand.
Well then, your boldness. If it's so very important, why don't you do the honors?
All these years, I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. It'd be a nice change of pace.
That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, where we play the games and do the voices.
Hell yeah, Sarah knows what the title is.
Yeah, baby.
And we also mess up the lines. We do that part too.
We do that part too.
Yep.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. So jump back on in, boys.
See, with this opening, you'd think this is going to be a nice chill playthrough. I don't think it will be
right.
somehow. Yes.
Oh, right. We exhausted everything, and we have to try to poke some holes in the story.
Something
It
about
was him fighting back was the hole that wanted to be poked, apparently.
the sudden
Oh, yes.
pain jolted him awake, and he grabbed a statue and struck back. The mayor's
There's no
blood.
print.
Oh! The mayor's prints were on it.
And
Wait,
he's
what does the
not
statue say again?
Right, hang on. Okay, sorry. I was gonna say the mayor's blood was
They're
found
too
on it,
far away.
but no prints. Also, he ain't wearing gloves, Jim.
Yeah.
See, I think it is the statue in that statement because there's no proof that he actually struck him back because no prints could be lifted from it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's. I don't need to do a safety save. We've just started. Right. We're already at the safety save. Objection!
Got him.
Did the alderman really strike the mayor?
What? Are you questioning my sense of justice?
Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on.
Good one, Apollo.
You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him. But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory.
It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well. Let's hear what the defense thinks is odd about the detective statue theory.
No finger points.
No fingerprints.
There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence. And if you look at the crime scene photo, you'll notice that he's not wearing gloves. There we go, boom! You'll notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves.
Oh, yes, I believe he's quite gloveless indeed.
If he touched the statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Fulbright, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you? There's the theme.
Ah!
Yeah.
This can't be happening! Did I arrest the wrong man?
Looks like you're writing that resume sooner than you thought.
Send him his P45.
You did it, Apollo! You knocked Detective Fulbright off his high horse!
Well, it is just case 2. It's just 1 point in our favor.
Who do you suppose clubbed the mayor if it wasn't the alderman?
Well, if it wasn't the alderman, that means someone else must have clubbed the mayor.
By the way...
Wait, no, hold on. I'm getting a call. One sec.
Oh.
Yeah, yep. I'm being told it's the ultimate detective, ladies and gentlemen.
Taylor, I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were gonna have to pause for a sec.
I thought you were getting
an actual call. God dang it!
Got him.
You son of a.
That means someone else must have done. Good job, Apollo.
You mean there was a third party there in the Fox chamber?
I know, right? More than he had one party, he had his second party, and then he had 3 whole parties.
Damn, that guy knew how to
party.
Knew how to party. Yeah.
Exactly. This could be the big break we've been looking for from the first cross-examination. The big break they need.
There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Oh, wait a minute, Wait a minute, who's the prosecution again?
Wait, what? Why is the judge confused?
I had to
would
do
be
the
me.
I had to do the opening statement, so does that make me the prosecution now and you're just something good to look at standing over there? Or,
Oh!
or what? I'm
not actually
confused.
Scottish.
I know I'm the judge, but I'm doing 2 roles here, you see. Do I get double salary if I'm doing 2 jobs?
Yes, your salary shall be doubled from nothing to double nothing.
I don't think it works like that somehow.
Well, it's just basic math.
Can't divide by 0.
Well, it's multi. No.
That would be infinite salary.
Prosecutor Blackquill, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion?
Oh. The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. But why would I want to? Your model for this game is so terrible.
Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono.
Again! Frickin' weeb!
I might have just cursed.
Oh,
Gavel.
gavel. And I
Justice
missed it.
Dono? Has he been watching too much anime? Has he been watching too many samurai flicks?
He's been watching The Steel Samurai too much, I think.
Oh, yes. Yes, or the
will
Jammin'
take
Ninja.
Jammin' Ninja, yeah.
It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackquill.
Though his quill isn't actually black if you look at it, so really, he's just kind of a poser.
It gets me as well, like his really sort of like high effort like turnaround animation.
Yeah.
It seems like he's like, oh, the old bones aren't what they used to be.
Well, if they put chains on his ankles, maybe that could be one.
Probably,
Yeah, I guess,
actually.
and they're super heavy.
Super heavy, yeah.
These chains weigh 450 kilograms.
Damn.
A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship.
This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackquill.
Have you never seen fighting with blades and swords of justice?
No, I can't say I have.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Oh, God!
There is a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on that statue, on the statue, a statue, whatever statue.
On the statue mentioned prior.
In the aforementioned case of the statue, you might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's.
So, well, what are you getting at?
Hone your mind, boy. Why was there blood on that cloth?
How old is he? Can we see how old he is? I want to know how old he is.
He's gonna be like 14.
18.
Yeah. He is. Drum roll, please. 28.
Jesus.
That's a hard 28.
Oh gosh. And Nick's 34. And we don't know. And
Hey, we're the same age.
and Apollo is a mystery. How old's Bobby Fulbright? 33. Wow. Okay. Cool.
How old's the Alderman and that?
The Alderman.
The older man.
Oh, we don't
As it
know.
were.
How was
46.
46?
46?
I mean, you know, you die early in this era.
46!
I mean, pro wrestlers do have less of a life. That it makes his. I mean, he still has a great physique, but I thought he was like pensioner age.
And like, what's Damian? What's he? 45. 45.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, they did not age well.
Wow.
Solve that riddle, and you shall see that the hole you thought you found is but an illusion.
Oh, now let's see. How was that cloth used? Was it used?
By Cubious head covering.
It's probably not going to be that first one. To wrap the statue?
Maybe.
Why?
Probably.
Could have been a gift. Because it was on the chair.
Let's have a little look-see. Dun, dun, dun.
It's under the
Oh,
Alderman's
it's
chair.
it is under the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was maybe to hide the statue.
I don't know.
So if it's, I think it's to wrap the statue.
Okay. Maybe the Alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth. In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Ah!
Precisely. Bully for you, boy.
I've just proved my own thing wrong. Oh, it was nothing. Oh, it was nothing.
Apollo! Don't let him start manipulating you too! You just closed the hole for the prosecution!
Bully for you is also a
did?
Britishism.
It is, yeah.
I did? I did.
Right. That a statue wrapped in cloth would leave no fingerprints is as plain as day, or as plain as the enormity of the defense's forehead.
Oh my God! I just can't escape this.
But this also proves that there are no holes in our theory of the Alderman striking back.
Oops. Oh. Well, I mean, I suppose, you know, we've...
2 pages.
Yes.
Now, do you see? I have no idea where that came from. Now, do you see how dull your mind is?
It's just an urge. It just appears, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Okay, that's statue.
Oh wait, we can actually examine it? Oh no, we can't.
No, we can't rotate it. The statue has traces of blood from the defendant, Damian Tenma, on it. It was apparently wrapped in a large cloth on which the defendant's blood was also found. No fingerprints could be lifted from the cloth.
God,
Okay.
Why did you say it like that? That was
I have
horrible.
no idea.
That was horrible.
You know, sometimes you just do things for no reason. You don't really know why.
I mean, fair.
I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. There won't be a next time.
A particularly frightening inmate once told me that. He always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore.
Samurai? Sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me.
I'm with the judge on this one.
Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time.
Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef?
That sounds like the name of a really awesome anime. Murdering Samurai Prison Chef.
Yeah.
It would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all.
I was kind of attached to that hole. Now what?
Do you stop talking about holes?
Ooh, misses.
Guys, I'm trying to think here.
Apollo, I just
About
thought...
holes, yeah.
Apollo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than the Alderman didn't hit the mayor with it?
Why didn't I think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it. Good work, Athena.
Thanks.
Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady.
There's only one answer. The real killer.
Prove the existence of this real killer, then. What evidence have you?
Oh, I'll give you evidence, all right.
Athena, are you sure about this?
To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine.
Okay.
Take a look at this.
Look at this graph.
Black feathers and tracks, allegedly from a yokai, were found at the scene. I believe they're from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue.
Is the defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed that alderman?
No, he just had a box of feathers that he dusted around at the scene. Sprinkled
That's
them.
exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection! No, Athena! You just lost what little credibility we had left.
Oh, crap! Sorry. I guess I got carried away.
Mr. Justice, we've no time to deal with objections between members of the defense.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's just this kid's still, well...
Kid!
A kid.
Kid! Ouch! You meanie! I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright!
How old was
I
she
can
again?
actually hear you guys from down there. You need to clean your
Hey,
stuff up.
Mr. Wright! Tell him he's being mean!
Apollo, you and Athena need to get along, or I'm going to have to come down there.
Then she needs to stop coming out with outlandish
I will
crap.
turn this court case right around, young man.
Nah, you got
Oh,
done.
you just wait.
So, this court is to believe the feathers and tracks are from a yokai, as you put it.
No, Your Honor. I believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the Alderman.
Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that?
Are you serious?
I want to know.
Well, it's because they wanted to throw everyone off, obviously. Why indeed?
Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is.
Ouch! I've had a whole game! This... I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright.
Still can see you.
Damn it!
Still up in the gallery.
Shush! Close your eyes!
And your ears!
Fulbright, explain to his boldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks.
What? You mean you can explain all that?
That face in 3D does not look good.
It's not good.
Ha ha! Our investigative prowess is without equal.
I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Maybe I should have been a
Yes.
professor.
Very well, let's hear about these so-called yokai feathers and tracks.
It's freaking like Matt Berry. You're like, it is a yokai.
Yokai.
Yokai. What a terrible yokai.
I don't know why.
No,
It's
Matt,
funny.
it's yokai. Yokai!
This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetails helped embolden the
Were you about
Were you
to say
gonna say
professors?
professors?
No, I was going to say prosecutors. Emboldened the protestors, not protesters.
Please, any word with a PRO in front of it, you're just going to have to read.
Yeah, it's the PRO and then the ORS, or like, RS. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetails helped embolden the protesters. So he stoked the village's fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer.
Are you taking the mick?
No, I am incapable of taking the mick. I don't even know what a mick is. Why would I take it? If anything, I am a purveyor of justice.
We know. You told
Justice
us.
never takes anything without asking.
No, absolutely not. And whatever.
Justice doesn't seem to want to shut up either.
I'm not
Which
doing
one?
anything. Those feathers and tracks stoke the village's fears?
Villages.
Villages? What did I say something wrong? Oh, no, okay.
No,
okay,
it just kind of sounded Brooklyn. It's like, stoke the villages.
Those feathers and tracks stoked the village's fears?
Yeah, there you go. That's your normal Apollo voice. yeah.
Absolutely. He knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds.
Not really a very just man then, if he's fabricating stuff. It's a bit of yeah.
Curmudgeon.
A what?
Curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon. What's a curmudgeon?
I don't know, it just sounded appropriate to
A
use in that
curmudgeon.
moment.
Okay, a curmudgeon. Yes, that's the one we're going to use.
Bad.
Those feathers. Have you done? Have you done?
Go on, Taylor. You can't tell we're working remotely.
Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the Alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenma Taro, that is.
Tenma who?
Taro. Tenma Taro, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber.
Where the flippin' heck is that music coming from? Hey!
Jerry, are you hearing this?
I am.
It's one of them shammy shimmy. What's it called?
It's a shamisen, you idiot.
A shamashu? I don't like it.
A shine in my shoe?
A shim-sham.
Shim-sham.
From a young age, the villagers are taught to fear the great black-feathered demon. And thus were they blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it! Hold on for a second. Before we start letting our imaginations run wild, isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect?
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at Kyubi Manor. And as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection! Dullard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games.
What?
I said you are playing right into the killer's mind games.
What?
Good God. Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. Or black feathers. Herrings.
But we didn't find any
They were
fish.
distractions,
We
is
didn't
what I'm
find any
saying.
fish in there at all.
Silence! The villagers believed the murder. Believed the murder.
Perceive the murder.
Oh, to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer.
Ah! Ah!
The defendant sought to sow this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the Alderman. And thus, our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection! Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Well, objection! He hired you as his lawyer, didn't he?
Ah!
The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright!
Right! It was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got, crazy. The amazing Ninetales was fueling both the Yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice.
Do the people of Ninetales Vale really believe Yokai is behind the crime?
Yokai! Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They're not the brightest bulbs in the bunch, if you know what I mean. Am I right? They're not full bright, if you ask me.
God, that was terrible.
It was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Even Widget shut down. He blue-screened.
No kidding.
Hey! Justice is in operation over here.
In operation.
I know I am. I'm doing the defense.
I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds.
Just so. A particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me after he said, "My name is Luke Atman."
And if there's one thing you must know, it's to keep your back against firmly to the wall. And secondly,
advice.
you must have daggers.
That
all in
advice
the
saved my life more than once.
With cheap drywall, the dagger will fall out.
If you have cheap drywall, the daggers will fall out. So you must firmly grasp the shaft, and then you simply...
That's the one.
Classic. Anyway,
The innocent of heart are the easiest prey.
You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist?
No.
No.
He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt...
okay,
Wow.
he must be British. He's got to be British.
Poor chap.
Yeah.
Americans don't just say chap.
Yeah. I mean, who didn't
He's
say
getting
he
more
wasn't?
British by the minute.
the Britisms.
Next, he's going to be eating beans and toast.
That's fish and chips, mate, surely.
He's going to be coming up with the old Cockney rhyming slang.
He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap.
Oh, I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. He fell down the old apples and pears.
For
and
the
that, innit?
poor chap, yes.
Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? What?
Yes, well. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination.
It all circles back together, though, because with the guards being British and everything, and now Simon Blackwill's
That's it. It's Neo San Franciscoing him.
Leo San Francisco Shire.
Yeah.
But is he from Southam, Northam, Westham, or Eastham?
or Minster? Neo San Francisco Insta. Oh my god, it's getting harder and harder to say.
Neo San Francisco sex.
Or
It's a Sussex and Essex.
can't say sex at the end,
Phrasing.
Sarah. Phrasing.
Oh, for God's... Look, it's a thing! It's a thing!
You can't just stick sex on the end of a word
Well,
and be like, it's fine.
Well, somebody in Britain decided to call it Essex and Sussex and Middlesex.
Yeah, but it doesn't, I mean, yeah, okay.
Middlesex.
Okay, I was
Middlesex,
going to say,
yes.
Essex doesn't like sort of...
That's what Tommy Wiseau did in the room. Hey-oh!
Hey! Spoons!
Oh my god. Taylor, that was a good one. That was actually a good one.
That was quick.
This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger.
The
Wait a minute, we're pressing everything.
Merger.
Hold it!
To murder merger.
Hey! Stop it! Detective Fulbright is the anti-merger... Said it. Movement really that strong?
Pete, I love that he's like, Pete last episode was like, I really hate that they keep using the word merger. And now it's like, take a shot every time they use the word merger.
Oh, absolutely. They parade around in yokai costumes, shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma's City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers.
But when the accused showed his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves upon an autumn wind. For you see, lowly Yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the Dark Lord of their kind.
Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or Tenma Taro? I'm confused.
I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy. Doesn't help that he's named after a demon.
Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm shifting about with my shades.
Hold it! The amazing Ninetales. No one knows his true identity, right?
That's right.
They're really getting their mileage out of this damn picture.
That's it, yeah. And he was a lone wolf. Or, in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation.
I believe you mean a lone fox, fool.
No, I mean a lone wolf. Lone fox isn't a saying that anybody says. He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion.
Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro Wrestling.
He was amazing. If there ever was a real superhero, it would be him. I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday.
I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackquill.
A police detective and a prisoner in chains? Is this a reference to something that it's about to make?
I don't know.
You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would.
I would bet even money that there is a WWE like tag team thing. I'm not going to look it up.
What?
But let us know.
Wait a sec. Whoa. Hold the phone. You're not gonna look it up?
Now
Are you even Taylor?
Now you've just provoked him.
Okay, now I'm looking it up.
There you go.
That's fine.
Now look what you've done.
I mean, look, you look everything else up.
You challenged him, didn't you?
I
You had to do it.
I didn't say that the word challenge was not uttered. Not by me.
6.5 hours later.
I can't actually. It doesn't seem like it may be.
Huh. Alrighty.
Ha ha ha! So you do understand the greatness that is the amazing Ninetales. I'm still unsure of myself.
Hold it! Did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears?
Absolutely! It had an immediate effect! The presumed return of the dreaded Tenma Taro has them shaking in their boots!
Oh my! Is it really that bad?
That superstitious lot? It's as if
Take a sip! Take a shot! They mentioned Jack the Ripper
Jack the Ripper mentioned.
All right.
Take a shot!
Right, okay, he's achieved full British. There we go.
God's sake!
They just gotta jam Jack the Ripper in anything that vaguely mentions being British, don't they? That's all you guys are known for, really.
Yeah.
Fish and chips and Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that's it.
What about like King Arthur? Robin Hood?
Nope.
Never
King
heard of
who?
him.
Robin what? No, Jack the Ripper.
I can't think of any more off the top of my hands, admittedly.
That superstitious lot. It's as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village.
God's sake.
Sounds like time for Jack to let her rip.
It sounds like it's time for Jack. Oh, no. To let her rip.
Senator Armstrong. That's making the mother of all omelets. Here, Jack. Can't fret over every... Wait, how much do eggs cost?
The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a mass exodus. Not the Bible book, like it leaving the place.
I see. That's a very persuasive argument.
The mere thought of His Honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slasher's words makes me want to spark my own exodus of the courtroom right about now.
So, you see, there can be only one reason why anyone would plant those feathers in tracks. Not because they're the Highlander.
So the strain made it look like a yokai was the killer. It's interesting because he was doing that pose when we objected to his statement. Hold it! Last time round, I mean. But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder?
Why top it off with murder?
I didn't say that.
I know you did.
God damn it, Taylor!
Huh?
It's just funny.
What do you mean?
You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that did start to sound Brooklyn. I know. Like, the
villagers' fears!
They're planting the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears.
Hey, oh, the villagers, they're in fear now.
Hey, it's Mr. Mayonnaise.
Mr. Mayonnaise's mansion.
And I'll have a number 3, and yep, get the lettuce on that.
Yeah, but
And the roast beef, yep.
And remove
and then no mayonnaise.
And what was
And
that last,
then,
that last
you know.
part?
the last part.
No, I said roast beef and lettuce and tomato, no mayonnaise.
That last part? Is that a gun?
You know what? No, I'll have the mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's my girl. Oh my god. If you don't know, we probably watched Dropout. What? No way. You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. There we go. If so, then why stop there? Why murder Alderman Kyubi?
Why not stop there?
Well, why? Yeah, well, you know, meh. That's what I definitely said. You just didn't
Probably.
you just didn't hear the not part.
Excellent point.
It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor agrees there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection. Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment.
What? You're saying it wasn't premeditated?
From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble.
Oh, that's just lovely, isn't it?
However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery.
A startling discovery?
A startling discovery.
Why don't I like the sound of that?
Alderman Kyubi's secret identity.
Apollo? I think Prosecutor Blackquill has figured out the Alderman's secret identity.
I mean, it's real hard!
The ultimate detective, ladies and
Like,
gentlemen.
oh my goodness! It was such a stretch to connect the dots!
No, guys, I think we got another superhero here today. It's Athena, otherwise known as Captain Obvious, everybody. Give her a big welcome.
I don't have to be here, you know.
Actually, you do.
Sarah,
Otherwise,
I'm not making fun of you.
I know.
No, she was doing it in character.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I mean, actually, you do because Nick said so. So, unfortunately, so you've got to.
I'm going back home.
You're here because you've
Bye.
got to shadow me, so that we can, we can train you up to be a full-on proper defense
Well, I didn't
attorney.
sign up for this abuse.
Well, if you're supposed to be training her, you're not doing a very good job.
Shut up, you! You're not up here.
Yeah, really professional, guys. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder?
This is not good.
Is this where the wrestler mask is like, it's bigger than their life, and if someone finds out their secret identity, everything's over.
This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetails. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene.
Oh my! But why would it have been there?
No, unrelated.
The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Why are you laughing?
What? No one was laughing.
Oh,
No
I
one
thought I
laughed.
had
I don't think there was any laughing.
I'm hearing voices. Oh God! The washerwoman said it would end this way.
Need I say more?
Well, could it really be?
Oh my God, the dots have been connected.
Your boldness has had an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Kyubi, was the amazing Ninetails. And the mayor's discovery of this fact was his motive for murder.
No!
Yes! Yes!
Stop it!
Order! Order! What a shocking development!
Frankly, a completely unforeseeable development.
A motive clearer than crystal clear.
Why couldn't I see it before? It's so obvious.
What do we do now, Apollo?
I didn't think they'd tie the alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder.
Well, guess what? They did.
Oh dear, did you think I've just fallen off of the apple cart?
Yes, I thought you'd fallen off the Christmas tree.
Wait, how's that expression go? I didn't fall off of a wagon of pumpkins or something like that. I don't know.
What?
Well, our one is like, you must think I've dropped off a Christmas tree.
That is one of them.
That's
yeah.
one of ours.
Oh. You must think I've dropped off the Christmas tree. At last, we've reached my real point. Why did the alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your boldness?
I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona.
But what would mine be? Oh, I could be the arbiter, or perhaps the judgment. Yes, I like this idea, yes.
Just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement.
Very astute of you, your boldness.
I'm surprised that the judge is standing for all this your boldness, Lark. You'd have thought
Well,
he'd have
he's
said
sitting to begin with.
He probably daren't. He probably daren't say anything.
maybe. I mean, the guy's not got his sword, so.
Right. Now, take a look at this.
He does have his sword. He just can't pull it out because his hands are cuffed.
Yeah, but he didn't try to before. He just he had his arms in his hands were in chains, his wrists were in chains, but he didn't grab his sword as he tried to when he did that gesture in the last
I thought he did the stance to try to grab it, but he couldn't actually reach far back enough because
Well, he wouldn't
his
be able to
hands
pull
were-
his arm out, would he? 'Cause
Yeah, he wasn't holding the sword when he did. I don't know.
If you value your dearest's life, you will merge Ninetails Vale with Tenma Town. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman Kyubi's pocket.
What?
At present, the alderman's wife is in the hospital. He should have said in hospital, but whatever.
And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life.
Wrong person. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder.
Huh, you think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder? And planted it into the Alderman's pocket?
It's possible. We don't have any proof that that's what happened.
Talk about being up creek without a paddle.
Gavel!
I know. I just thought it'd be funnier. Okay, we've got the blackmail letter now in the court record. A threatening letter discovered in one of Alderman QB's pockets.
Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he'd just left after planting the yokai things. But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Ninetails.
So it was the amazing Ninetails' counterattack that brought the entire crime to light.
Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming the mayor killed the alderman after planting the yokai evidence. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement, your I keep statement near, I keep missing out words. Detective Fulbright, please add your previous testimony to your statement.
Oh no.
It begins.
Please add your previous testimony to your statement. I mean, close enough.
Oh no.
I'm going to take a sip of water first.
Please take a sip of your drink.
Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony.
There we go.
We got there. Third time's the charm.
Got it in one.
Mayor Tenma killed the sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks.
All right, so what do we have in the court record to dispute?
Yeah, but if they said he were knocked out, how could he have done it?
Killed the sleeping alderman after planting...
The feathers were scattered on top of the blood.
Yeah.
If the feathers were
yeah.
dropped after the fact, they'd have blood on them.
True.
Yep, nice. I'm just going to do like a little wee safety save for no particular reason.
What are you doing?
No, nothing. Objection! Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair.
Oof.
What's this? You dare question my justice again?
Ow. Yes, and I'm gonna prove it to you, Take a look at this photo.
This is the crime scene photo. And just what does this prove?
That either that carpet is extremely absorbent, or it proves when the feathers and tracks were planted.
But I already told you! They were planted before the murder! The defendant planted the yokai evidence, then was knocked out while killing his victim!
But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. I guess the pool of blood. This whole area, right?
Yeah.
Well, take that!
Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice?
Yes. See how the feathers are on top of the blood? And the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. Actually, the footprints are a really good point that we just totally
You know what?
missed.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that one. I mean,
No, well, somebody...
Task failed successfully,
somebody,
right?
somebody...
I mean, my point was correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, somebody got the brain cell today, and it wasn't us.
We passed the pillow to Taylor.
Yay, the pillow.
The mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman!
But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant the evidence at all, any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene.
Booyah!
There must be some mistake! No one's gonna take me seriously after this! My credibility!
They did before.
Order! Order!
What am I gonna do? Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? That'll teach him.
Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you.
You do? But how?
Oh, wow. His hair is...
Pointy.
Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked?
He's taking this real hard.
That's what she said.
Good grief.
Ooh, Mrs.
Mr. Justice,
I'm gonna
when
be
you come
honest.
being rude.
I expected it from Taylor, and I was surprised that it didn't happen.
That was
I
Which
was
she also
trying
said.
not to...
Which is also what she
my
said.
gosh.
What is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have?
That's a good question. I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. It was the demon Tenma Taro. Here's the source of those feathers and tracks. Why has everybody gone quiet?
And you made me sound like a fool saying it out loud.
Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
I don't know, Phil.
That was bad.
I don't know, Phil. I think he's really clutching at straws now.
I think
he's
he's lost
cracked.
the plot.
Have you seen how
He's cracked in the head.
Have you seen Apollo's fist, hand looks real big. And his arms, actually.
He's got the...
He's got like the tiny... Yes! I was gonna say, he's got like a tiny head and like the big old yowie hands.
Yeah! Jesus.
Will somebody please say something?
You sound ridiculous.
Fool.
No, not you.
The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means.
You dare mock this court and justice itself! You're unfit to bear your name, boy!
Your boldness. It appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Why did something happen? Why did Apollo pull in that face?
Hold it! Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court!
What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out.
That a boy, Apollo. Make it up as you go. That's the Phoenix Wright way.
I'm trying.
Very well, Mr. Justice. I'm all ears. But you had better explain yourself well. What with this yokai you were talking about? What was this yokai you were talking about?
Oh. I'm sad there wasn't the yokai.
All right.
You alright?
Yeah.
It's all in this statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. But we all know that she's crazy, so...
Hey.
After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in...
Corner.
Don't know why
Corner.
I just for whatever reason just couldn't get the word out.
She came around a corner in the hall. She came around... Oh my god, okay. Let me just start that bit. Okay, after she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here
Boop.
that she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense is...
I believe you mean foyer.
No, this goddammit, Taylor, the one time I get it right and you still
I'm kidding.
'cause he's
British.
I know. No, I know that. But the one time I get it right on my own and then you do a thing that's I appreciate it's a joke. But it's like, God damn it, the anxiety. I'm like, I thought I'd messed it up again.
Oh no.
Oh, I missed.
The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise.
What?
How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before?
The defense just proved there was someone else.
So the mayor wasn't something?
Was it all set up? The prosecutor is a something after all. A con man after all? A convict?
Apollo! The momentum has shifted into our favor!
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
No.
Your cords of steel seem to have given out.
Yeah, maybe they're actually cords of nylon, I'm gonna be honest.
More like cords of aluminum foil.
Maybe.
Folded.
Cords of paper.
Cords of
Really strong paper, yes. Good! Now let's keep it that way. Oh,
Objection!
Oh wow,
Oh,
the
no.
objection vibrated.
Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken.
Huh? My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim?
Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him.
Fool and fop?
Hey, how dare they call you a fool, man?
Fool? Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle? Huh. Now that you mention it.
Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time, but they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that the yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's
I'm
imagination?
gonna be honest, she was pretty impressionable. Why didn't those two see the Temataro impersonator pass by?
Why don't we ask them? Bleh. Why don't we ask him ourselves?
Why do we have to bleh?
I was just about to say that myself. No, I was.
Yeah, sure.
I was! The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
Cora, that sounds really nice right about now.
He's on my favourite couch. Get him off, Jerry, please.
I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will.
And there, by the way, is the reference, apparently, that his design is inspired by a Tanuki. And just in case you didn't get that, that's why Blackquill mentioned it just there, just to really be like, he's based on a Tanuki, guys. It's a Tanuki.
Fair enough.
I guess it's a good job we haven't seen his balls.
I was going to say, has he got a pair of big old balls?
Big old Tanuki ball.
Big old Tanuki balls.
Did he just say captured? No. Oh, wait, I don't want to know.
Just got a big net and over it.
Very well, then. Bailiff, please go and wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. And get him...
Oi, but he took me lunch the last time
Get a box for him. He's a bit small. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
The name's Filch. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor.
I'd hang on to your gavel if I were you, Judge. He's got light fingers.
Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like.
Wait a minute!
Oh, my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch.
It's those shoes again.
Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright?
Don't tell me Filch stole them again.
They're all yours, your honorship, sir.
What? but they seem awfully expensive.
Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship.
You're on a ship.
It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts.
No, ethics, schmethics. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for you, too.
Wait a second, my shoes have disappeared. What the heck's happened to my shoes?
Why are my toesies so cold?
My toesies.
Oh,
I need to serve some justice for my feetsies.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenma Taro in the foyer after the murder.
yeah, okay.
But-
let's see here.
But.
But what?
Did he see Tenma Taro in the foyer?
Oh,
I don't know, did I?
Was he on guard duty in the foyer?
Did
we
he
don't know.
see anything? Was he even there? Who knows?
Who knows?
We're gonna have to find out next time.
What? No way! Yeah, I'm stealing this episode from you.
Yeah,
Take
pilfering.
that!
Filching.
Take that, you dirty, rotten scoundrel, and thanks so much for watching. If you do like what we do, then why don't you give us a little like and, subscribe to the channel and, ring the bell. Ring that glittery special bell, and that's a pretty nice bell. That's a pretty nice bell,
And
I tell ya.
hopefully, in ringing said bell, you aren't going to set your entire village on fire.
Hey,
Well,
Let's-
the bell didn't set the village on fire,
But it
Pete.
was-
the bell
but it was
put
the-
everyone to sleep,
Yes.
which then let the fire spread.
anyway.
But the point was still there.
Ring the bell, get the notifications and all that lovely stuff. And we'll see you next time, my little chums.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, at the end of the day, shoes aren't that valuable, really. So if, a good-natured, enterprising individual happens to come by and take them, don't worry about it.